there was some technical difficulties. My computer did crash, so I'll see if I can get back into the game as fast as possible. And yeah, as for right now, I am trying to get back here, and we'll see how this all goes. As we first left off, they were in a team fight, getting equalizing the kills, and the pressure did go back over to Team O. And yeah, we should be loading back into the game pretty soon. And let me see where we were.
The team has slain the dragon.
Just we were like around here. Alrighty. So yeah. Sorry, there was difficulties as I said. Pick does come out. We'll get another kill, equalizing the kill once again. Aatrox will be coming in from the back, and they will probably siege the mid tower here if they are going to try to close out this game as soon as possible. I'm just doing everything he can here to stop everything from falling. A knock of silence, but Hayam Price is in a weird situation, and a lot of damage is gonna come through. However, they're getting blocked from Braum here, and yeah. Just the advantage is gonna go back over to Team A1, just doing a massive amount of damage, and they couldn't get anything off of that. So now, if anything, they're gonna have to start playing around the Baron now if they want to get back. My apologies, someone messaged me. But yeah, if Team AO wants to get back in the game anytime soon, they're gonna have to play around Baron now, get as much ward as possible, get more wards into the opposing jungle, and start funneling more gold into Misfortune and Orianna, and Cho'Gath will just have to be much tankier if he's gonna have to do anything in this game, and use that fuse as much as possible. As for Team A1, they're gonna have to just keep playing around Lexi 878 or Ari, and keep peeling for Jinx as they always have been doing. Do you see that they do have a lot of vision around Baron, but how much is it gonna be used for anyways? How much of it is actually gonna be useful? At least it's on the side, but isn't gonna find anyone in the pixel brush. And Haimfam just slowly regaining his lead back in the bot lane to what it was. As now we see basically everyone CS on a side of Team A1 except for the ADC. It's a CS lead of greater of 10 or more. And now they already are positioned up to possibly fight for the strike. So yes, it is respawning No, but Shyvana does use a elixir of sorcery. Snorlax is on the opposite side, so they can try to go for a steal here. Flashes in, and it will steal the Drake for the soul. Two fights are happening at once. High Price is getting melted, however on the opposite side they're just trying to run away. And High Price will sell his soul to claim the Cloud Soul. Just getting like Cloud Soul, I don't know how good will it be here. But one thing I do know here, that it's gonna be more likely for Team A1 to secure this Baron now. After all, that Elise is dead and now running over. So they will have to burn it fast. Really fast if they want to do anything with Drake, or they're just gonna have to back up and leave it. Stopping at 2800. And now we see the goal lead is now around 3,000-ish, up 4,000-ish. And it's gonna be a hard one to come back. After all of these players are quite skilled at the champion they all play. But the real thing that decides the side of this game, or the winner of this game, is gonna be which team has an easier way to execute their team composition. After all, execution in League is gonna be the way to win this game. If they can't execute their team comps, there's gonna be no way for them to win this game at all. And now they are gonna be postured up for Baron, and it's gonna be an interesting sight to see that if they will be able to get this Baron, or will they just run away like how Team A1 did. Monsoon does come out. Jinx getting a lot of damage from hurricanes and rockets. Shockwave secure the kill onto Braum. And they will stop, but not at the cost of getting one kill in the end. Elise is in such a bad situation here, and it won't be able to pick up a kill. High Fan will possibly die here also. We'll get a crit and kill, but not going away without a fight to the death of Shyvana. Gotta remember that this gold lead is not shrinking. So what will they do, especially now that Shyvana can't really walk up, isn't quite as tanky, since it couldn't get that passive to its full potential. Seems like teammate 1 has better synergy overall. And yeah. And now they're just gonna prepare or put another word onto Drake Pit, even though it's gonna be 2 minutes away from spawn. Not sure how much that will affect the game, but it's gonna be quite interesting to see.
The turret has been destroyed.
As for now, they are gonna prepare for Baron here, so it's gonna be a quite interesting one to see here. 16 to 13, around 4K up. They're gonna have to start finding picks in the jungle, but knowing these calibers of a team, that isn't gonna happen anytime soon. That's right now. It's just Team O just clearing out the vision. And while time price is getting taken by every second and every minute, high price is, or high fam is alone, but recognizing that, and it will back up. Other dragon is spawning, so Team A1 will have to recognize this if they want to win within the next 4 minutes. Yes, a big window indeed, but that's the type of thing that they will have to do. Getting a flank out from Aatrox at least is going, or getting melted. Orianna is gonna have to die. The fire is gonna magically incinerate Orianna, melt her body. And now as a 5, it's gonna be basically impossible for a dump to do anything. And now 2 of the members of Team A1 is very low. The Elder Dragon is getting extremely low now. 5k, 4k, it's slowing it down. The 3-man knockup. High Fam is walking up too dangerously. High Fam is able to get a kill onto Aatrox. The CC won't land anyone. He doesn't have bullet time, but will he be able to pick up the kill? And now the tides are turning. Yuzu X will now go down. 2.5. High price is gonna get blasted. Next one, incinerated. Melt the fleshes of High Fem's body. And now, tides of the game. I mean, the tempo of this game has been shifting all around, and now it's gonna be over just like that. And now 30 minutes in, no CS lead is gonna be able to turn this game back all around. 208 to 150 in the jungler, 200 to 182 in top lane, 215 to 219, relatively equal. But however, 177 to 218, there's no way that Misfortune is gonna be able to pull this back just by fighting and getting a little bit of peel. And now it's gonna be extremely difficult for Team O to pull this game out of nowhere. If anything, it's gonna have to be the slightest of details, the slightest of fights, the smallest of chance. It's gonna be the work of a miracle if they want to. If they want to get back into this game. With this game, we can see that rank isn't everything, but it is the execution and synergy around each and every lane. Especially between the synergy of mid and jungle. The L plays up top. Will that second Monsoon come out? Yuzu X is extremely low, but will the Elder kill her? It won't. 3-man knockup. Aatrox takes the blast cone over, and they're just stalling time. And I was saying, it was the smallest of details here. Aatrox versus Cho'Gath. Solo lanes outplaying each other to get the smallest of I can't think of that word, but Yeah, if you know what I'm thinking, you know. As for right now, high-end fans or Team O are just gonna be starting up the Baron. TP is coming in. It's gonna be a really bad one for Team O if they don't finish this quick enough. And Aatrox is in the back. Bullet time will be stopped by Braum. However, Snorlax is getting extremely low. And they will secure it, but how much will it help them now that every single member of Team O is going down? The snipe coming out from Jinx isn't gonna do much, but now they have the advantage. Now they will be able to get more towers, more kills, and everything on their plate and everything on their list. And now this seems it's gonna be pretty much over. But unless if Team O has anything to say for this. Knockup will land, Charm will land, Electrocute. High-end price is getting a little low here. Or not low, what am I kidding? He's Cho'Gath. But Inhibitor in the top lane will fall, be destroyed. The crystals will burn up. And Aatrox instantly getting bursted down. And now Cho'Gath is slowly regenerating from the Warmogs, but interestingly enough that hold that second, a Cocoon does land and Braum will save or sacrifice his life to save Lexi 8878. And now Team O, they are pulling this game back. They are getting more towers. And it seems it's gonna be an eye for an eye. It's gonna be a close one. Now that Elder is coming up in 50 seconds, they're gonna have to pull something from the depths of their pocket. Pull out the hidden mechanics of dark technology. They will have to pull a trump card out of their pocket soon. And now it's gonna have to be a one team fight decides everything of this game. Now that Cho'Gath is extremely tanky, how much is gonna be useful that Ahri, Aatrox, and Jinx would do? Now, Elder is coming up, so it's gonna be a tight race for Grand Finals. Both teams are postured up. Both teams are waiting to see who makes the first move and the first mistake. Cho'Gath does have to teleport, and now they are here to waste their time. Jinx with the rocket, forcing Snorlax to leave. Aatrox over the side of the edge. Shyvana will first engage, but won't do much. And the fights are starting. The stone play coming out from Cho'Gath here. Extremely tanky, bring up his health to 6,000. The first blood of the fight on Shyvana. Aatrox will get chomped to left. Who will be the first to fall for blood? And now it's gonna be their game to be, and they will first. Now they will take Elder, claim it for themselves, and now they have approximately a 2-minute window to end this once and for all. Will they find the needle in the haystack and thread the needle through everything, through thick and thin, to end this entire game? Now that the gold lead has dwindled to 1,000 gold, how much will it be, or what will they need to do here if they want to be in the game still for Team A1? as Jinx now has 4 items with executioners. Hi and Fam with the same. It's gonna be a really tiny hole if they're just gonna try to find that small window. And we do see that now. Top lane, the gold lead from Shokat and Aatrox now shifts back over to Team O. It's gonna be quite a close one now. But again, the vision scores around both supports are extremely well, 98 and 75. And yeah, this Hayam Price is extremely tanky. And you gotta remember, he is playing with 200 ping. The fight coming out. Hayam Price chunking Jinx down and killing her. However, on the side, Monsoon will come out, but it won't do enough. Lexi, Aatrox, they all go down, but it won't be much. Elder will incinerate everyone. The laser was too much for them to handle. And Steven 604 being the sole survivor of this team, and he will go down, unable to use Dragon Form, and everything is lost. The comeback of this game was immense. The scaling and the better synergy of the late game around the composition. Congratulations to Team O. They will take this game, and now they will be going to play against GOGOBOTS in the grand finals. You also have to remember that this will be game 3, best of 3 in grand finals. As for now, let's quickly take a look into damage graph before we head into intermission. And we do see that Shyvana did do the most amount of damage in this game, but it was the team fight that decided all of this. It was really the Cho'Gath being like 8,000 health. And with that being said, we're gonna be heading into intermission. Gonna be playing some songs, and we'll see you guys when it all starts. welcome back to the grand finals of Captain's Giraffe. Now, remember, this is gonna be a best of 3, so is it gonna be a clean sweep, or is it gonna be back and forth? As for right now, we do know that first co-band's gonna be come out for GOGOBOTS. It's gonna be Ivern and Orianna. However, on the opposite side, it's gonna be Darius and Maokai. And now, what will the last ban be? That is the real question. I'm gonna go ahead and say this could be the deciding factor of everything. And Cho'Gath will be the one that goes down. Seeing the match history, and they are quite scared of it. And Thresh will be taken away from Saren. And Gameplank, interestingly, being the first one to be picked here. Not really too a big fan of Gameplank, but if he is able to get ahead, it's going to be quite a lot of damage, especially if he builds some lethality with it. But on the opposite side, we do see a Rakan and Xayah. People just not respecting Xayah and Rakan ever since Xayah got buffed. And I personally think that that combo is now S tier and just able to destroy anything in its path, regardless if it has Thornmail or not. Just a lot of damage from those two champions alone will be enough to scare them away. However, on the opposite side, rounding off the picks, it's gonna be Kayn and possibly Cassiopeia or Heimerdinger. One of those two. And yes, it will be the Heimerdinger. A lot of control in the mid lane is gonna be coming out. And if I remember correctly, Digital Soul is a Heimerdinger one trick, if I'm not mistaken. As for last pick of phase 1, it's gonna be a Lux. So interestingly enough, they're gonna run with 3 squishies, with the Lux mid, which isn't my favorite, but still interesting to see. Still quite powerful too. As for first 2 bans, it's gonna be Zillion and Vladimir. 2 really good bans. Vladimir, a core champ in Heim Price's pool, and Zillion just taken away from Saren because of the 1v1 tournament, and then Leona. So they're just straight up focusing Saren here, and Zac gonna be taken away from Snorlaxative. So what is the first pick gonna be? That is the question to be asked. Will it be a Salus top? Yes, it will. So he's gonna have a lot of potential of 1v1s with a massive amount of healing. Now, Chinese Senpai, will they pick the Ashe here? Yes, they will. So they're gonna go up for straight up objectives and taking turrets as fast as possible, basically. And now for Saren, I believe they will have to get a disruptor, and yes, it will be the Nautilus. As for Team O, they're gonna pick a jungler that's gonna be really tanky or aggressive, and it will be the Olaf. So really good 1v1 potential coming out from both jungles, but Olaf should take the edge of it, and Silas should be bullied by Gameplank, but it is, in my opinion, a skill matchup, so it depends. As for the mid lane, I'm not too sure who will win, since I haven't played against a lot of Heimerdinger or Luxes. So I really can't tell in this situation. But however, Zyrakan, Ashe, and Nautilus, it should go fairly equal into each other. As for style of team or gameplay, both teams should be running. For Team O, it's mostly gonna be off picks, if I'm gonna say the truth. As for GOGOBOTS, they're just gonna be looking for that juicy chunk. And yeah. As for the spectator delay, we're gonna be heading into intermission, and I'll see you guys once the spectator delay is over and when we're in game. Until then, I'll see you guys then. Welcome back to the grand finals of this series, Game 1, best of 3. And these two teams are pretty unique in their own regards. Now, will they invade Or will they just do the traditional 5-point? That's why I didn't know. They're both in the same side. But now, it's gonna be quite a hard one. Because these two teams are pretty strong. But I've already talked about ranks here. HiMFM should edge off or take an advantage in terms of rank. But again, same with the last series, is gonna be purely based off execution. So it's gonna be hard to see or hard to say.
Minions have spawned.
So not a lot of action that's gonna be coming out within the first couple minutes, but I expected this. And they're just purely just sitting around, waiting for something to happen. And yes, they will just do the traditional start. But this time they will be starting the same side instead of last time. So the main thing I do want to see if Zayat and Rakan can abuse this Ashe. If this Ashe will make any mistakes. Once that the mistake happens, it's purely gonna be on Rakan to start it all off. And it will be Guardian and not Summon Airy or anything else. Zai getting down extremely low already. Same with Rakan, but I guess they didn't expect Ashe to do that much already. But hot diggity darn, just doing quite a bit. And top lane already basically chunked out already. If anything, it's gonna be another jungle game, if I'm not wrong. Next, Trinity is doing a good job of just keeping his distance from Silas and just poking up from using barrels instead of anything else. Starting getting a little bit of damage, Chinese Senpai keeping a distance, and I do like what I'm seeing coming out from GOGOBOTS team. And top lane misses the chain, but Xtrinity is getting slowed non-stop. But Kate is here. Who will be the first blood? Olaf will get it. Healing come out. However, the orb, the chain, and Olaf will get a double kill. However, Yuzu, HiMFM, will be forced to back off and is chunked even lower. Digital Soul though is quite a bit of keeping his distance away from Lux, not to be mistaken from something else. And it seems like GOGOBOTS already knows that Olaf is in the blue side and already has an 8 CS differential compared to his competitor. As for JJ 1200, he does have minion dematerializer, but I'm gonna assume he's gonna save it for cannon minions, since that's gonna be ultimately the deciding factor of everything. Doing his best to keep the lane neutral and not taking unnecessary damage. As for right now, Digital Soul, not really seeing him before in action and play. He is doing quite a bit of damage. However, Xfinity getting a little bit of damage on a trade-off. However, Snorlaxative is taking quite a bit of damage. The turrets are just doing way too much. The root does come out, and now Digital Soul is on his back foot, forcing the lane back onto him. However, Kane and Olaf, and it will get, or will shut down the Viking. Extremity though, taking quite a bit of damage, but the parlay will keep him off of him. As for bot lane, it's still a stalemate here, but Nautilus not being able to find a good target here, just the hook, and Ashe is not really into position to. And now the hook does come in, finding the optimal target on Xayah. However, Rakan is already going on to Ashe. The root does come out. Xayah extremely low, forcing heal, flash. Now Rakan's on the back foot. Game plan won't be able to do much. However, the TP and Olaf is in the area. What will they be able to get? The missed arrow coming out from high in price. The 200 ping is really affecting him here. However, the Ashe is getting ever so low. And Rakan won't be able to do much, but will force feed the Xayah. If it wasn't for that arrow, it would have been a clean 2-0 for Team O. And now they're just slowly picking up plates, but Kane is in the area, so a little greedy coming out from Haim Famir, but able to pick up a kill. And now, yeah, Haim Fam is getting a little too greedy, trying to go for a plate, but not knowing the Kane was there, it was an easy pick for one Tease, one Savage. Nothing too exciting about this game for now, but they are kind of playing to the core principles of this game and it's playing to the best of their game. Barrel, all cleansed. The root doesn't land. However, now on the back foot, and now it's gonna be quite a hard one to see who will make it out. Now Xayah and Nod and Rakan is in the river, already prepping in the drag, but isn't doing quite a lot here. Ashe though, gotta be careful if she does want to get rooted or get chunked. Now Team O's bot lane, Yuzu X and Haim Fam now has a part of their kits in the window to melt everyone using CC. However, Olaf, oh, it's gonna be a close one. Snorlaxative, will he make it out alive? No, the root won't save him, or he will get stunned and kill him. However, Digital Soul will find one after another. And now it will be a free Herald for GOGOBOTS. A great play coming up from GOGOBOTS. Oh, almost a steal, but perhaps a little too early. And now the root does come out, chunking him for around 20% there, and doing quite a bit of damage. Now, you gotta note that the Herald is onto GP, so it's gonna do quite a bit of damage to turrets and stuff. However, the hook, it goes into the wall and Olaf is in the area to kill him. However, the Ragnarok won't come through. User X is stunned. We'll find the kill. And it seems Ashe will be the collateral damage in the process. Gangplank is in the area, but will they be able to pick up a kill? The parlay does not reach the barrel on time. And now this game is gonna be purely off. If Olaf can bring and force feed the Xayah to make her incredibly scary. And GP will get a free 2 plates here. User X is in the area, so it's possible that he can stop the everything, the push and everything. Snorlax still coming out from River. However, top lane Ross is already online. And now High Price will be the collateral damage in the process. And not respecting the positions of everyone. And now it's gonna be quite hard for Trinity to do anything. They already are on the drink, so they might just get a free tower up top. All 5 people are down in bot lane. Not sure what is happening. The security does come out, cleanse, but not sure what happened to Digital Soul there, but it sure wasn't a good trade for them. It will be the first tower going off to GOGOBOTS.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Put an extra 500 into their own banks. And now Chinese Senpai uses the Crystal Arrow. Ross, Nautilus coming out from everywhere. High on price, just isn't able to run away. The slow is too much. The CC just couldn't do anything, and the missed root coming out from Xayah there. And now they're already pushing back out, or pushing into this tier 2 tower here. It's gonna be a fiesta. And now, right now, even though through everything, the CC, the damage, and everything, the slow is too much for JJ to handle. However, Snorlax is getting lowered by each second. But Kane will pick up another kill. And will you use the raw salt? Gameplay will go down. However, High Price might be able to pick up a kill here. Yes, he will. He is healing quite a bit. Will he be able to survive? No, he won't. So that is, I believe, a 2 for 3 across the map. And now, Team O will finally pick up their first turret of this series. And Digital will find his first turret against Team O. It's gonna be a close one. It's gonna be a close one. Oh, it wasn't enough, but very close. A good effort from Digital Soul to turn everything back around. But perhaps the Lux was just too much for a Heimerdinger to handle. And now Ashe has the opportunity to get a free turret here if she pushes in fast enough. Interestingly, Ashe has opted for Blade of the Ruined King instead of the traditional Essence Reaper. But right now, Trinity pushing in the mid lane, trying to stack up the plunder gold and silver coins. Finally now, we'll try to stop everything. They won't be able to get the free turret, but they are chunking them down. Wasted the enchanted crystal arrow. But Olaf is in the area. JJ is in the jungle, but won't be able to do much except for a slow. for right now. It's gonna be a hard one if they are gonna try to come back during this game. For each team being extremely close to each other in CS except for the top lane. This is not gonna be an easy game to win. Especially top lane. Being 30 to go down and just not having the most consistent damage output. It's gonna be really hard. But high price, he's gonna have to do something alright. It's something he would do. But another herald will go down. And Team O will get their first drag of the second drag, pardon me, of this series. And it is Inferno, so it's gonna do quite a bit. However, Nautilus is getting quite low. Miss Lux ult, but he's getting lower and lower. Snorlax will secure it. Now the Ashe running back and ulting. However, the Hummerdinger in the top lane is just doing way too much, but high price is gonna go answer it. And now he will get the drag, but Snorlax now has the duty of securing this drag, but Yuzu X doing an even better job of denying the possible even damage coming out from everyone with the flash Q coming out from 1t1 Savage. This might be the turnaround, but only gets one in the end. And Snorlax will secure this. And now they have the duty to take this mid turret if they want to change the pressure of this game. Snorlax does not have Ragnarok, you gotta remember. Now this could be really bad for him. And
shut down.
Surprisingly enough, both Lux and Olaf will fall in the hands of the engineer of Hummerdinger. But for right now, they're gonna have to start setting up Baron. If anything. But it's gonna be quite hard since Nautilus, Kayn, GP, Hummerdinger, a lot of CC in their kits. But however, Ragnarok running it down, and the lightning will perish Hummerdinger. The slow continues. The fight, the stone plate, the Ragnarok wears off Ashe, massive amount of damage. The slow, the turn from High and Fam though. One kill, one eye for an eye. Saren lower and lower. Xyla gets a kill. Top lane though, or I mean, another fight on the side. Kayn versus Sylas now. Xyla is here, and high in price will eventually fall possibly, but Kayn is stopped. And now High Fam is in such a bad spot, and the turn from High Price stops it all. And now Xtrinity versus JJ. It's gonna be a hard one. A hard fight they have to, but High Price won't be able to stop the recall. And now they have another chance at trying to end it. But for right now, they're just pushing out waves and waiting for it all to clear. Digital Soul going back up, trying to get an inhibitor. Yuzu doesn't recognize this yet. Now she does. And now Digital Soul, bad spot. And now a pause has happened saying the top has AFK'd. So possibly a DC that's coming out. So if this goes longer than, let's say, 1 minute, we're gonna be heading into a mission. But right now, it seems like he either is DC'd, ganked by parents, or something else. As for right now, Team O has a lot of good Dragon control, regardless of the series or the events of happening of this game. And GOGOBOTS is able to push their lead even further in turrets, causing everything to go down. So that being said, I believe we're gonna head intermission, and I'll always catch you guys when we're back into this game. So until then, stick around, and the game will be back on shortly. Alright, this game is back online, but right before the intermission started, Digital Soul was already getting collapsed on. And then the kill just went straight over to Team O. Doing a lot of damage, but I'm not sure what Digital Soul was thinking, knowing that they all would be back alive and everything. But now they're just gonna start the Baron now. And they are the type of team that would just melt through Baron. Saren on the opposite side though, GP out, gets out the Mon CC chain. Ash though will pick up 2 kills. Olaf will be the second one. This King, the Slayer, Yuzu will go down. Perfect timing coming out from Trinity. And now it seems it will be a free inhibitor. And GOGOBOTS will find the first and possibly the only Baron of this game. But if anything, how will they stall this game out? The Ghost Barrel does hit. Extremity does flash and gets inhibited in the process. HiMFM now in the area. Might be able to pick up a kill, but no, he doesn't chase for it. However, another turret falls in the mid lane. And now it's gonna be extremely hard for Team O to do anything against these guys. Just pushing out waves again. Digital Soul seeing Silas, but this ain't gonna do much about it since Drake is up roughly 7k ahead. What are they gonna do? This Ghost Barrel does land, and now they will start this. 2019. Arrow lands. It's a tough one. And High Price will pay the price of walking up. And now it seems they are targeting both inhibitors now. That could have been so point for Team O, but now they are in such a bad spot that this game might be over even with 1 dead. If they find the right picks, the right targets, the right CC chain, all of this could be over in a matter of seconds. And JJ is extremely low now. But now they are all resetting and look for the next thing to do. Digital Soul just melts away JJ. But now he has backups. This is getting even harder to stop now. Top AFK once again, so another pause has started. But seeing this amount of burst command from Heimerdinger is really put the bang in shebang. The Dong into Heimer. It is quite something. As before, we're gonna be heading into intermission once, and we will resume once the game gets back into order, or we won't do it at all and they will be coming back. So yeah, very close game. A lot of pauses. But in the end, it doesn't matter. And it seems this pause is long enough. As I said, right when I said it, they unpause it. And now Digital Soul and Xfinity plays the role of the gatekeepers. How will they force these guys from walking out? Ash Arrow's land and Chris Chanto Arrow lands. However, High Price uses depth charge. It won't be enough though now that both teams are extremely ahead. High and Fam in the back. And now it is basically over now. Kane being the sole person keeping them alive, and game 1 goes to GOGOBOTS, getting all turrets and even greater gold leads. GG's to them, and a great synergy coming out from GOGOBOTS. This is really well played from Xfinity, Digital Soul, and Chinese Senpai. And one T, one Savage, and Saren. They all played really well, but now how did they change this momentum to game 2? Stick around to find out. Alright, welcome back to the potentially the last game of this series of Team O versus GOGOBOTS. As we saw, GOGOBOTS play extremely well. Just basically running over Team O. But as of right now, this is game 2, and the first two bans is going to be Orianna and Darius. Two good bans. But I want to see if they will ban the Heimerdinger this time around. And now it will be the Maokai ban. So what they're focusing top lane, Misfortune will be banned. But interesting enough, I don't understand this ban at all on the side of Team O. It's kind of like they're just purposely throwing away all of the games, and yeah, I don't quite understand it. But at least they will ban the Thresh, and I'm not too sure if X Trinity actually plays Maokai or Darius. So this maybe be some insider knowledge, I don't know, but maybe it's all part of a plan. Who knows? Maybe it's all ruse. And the last ban coming out will be the Cho'Gath. And now, will it be the Nunu first pick? Or will it be the same Zyra Khan? Xayah being really strong, but just couldn't pick enough, or couldn't pop up early enough to be useful in the game. And the first pick is Aatrox, so possibly picking a hidden, possibly doing another hidden pick, possibly for a high price. But it's gonna be a hard one, as we see an interesting pick has appeared on the screen, and Ivern has been picked. Very interesting. Haven't seen one since Ivern was hot broken. But now he's just kinda hot garbage. But in the right hands it could be very strong. But now for Team O, pardon me, for GOGOBOTS, they pick Jarvan, and will it be a Nivea? It will. Very interesting. I haven't seen a Nivea too much in organized fives, but it is strong even in solo queue. And now the last two bans of both teams, what will it be? Will it decide everything? It will be a Lux. So maybe they didn't just want the Lux going through, and plus way too annoying for the laser. And the Leona will be continued to banned or be banned. And Veigar. So they're just entirely focusing the mid and banning Zillion. Now the first pick for GOGOBOTS, what will it be? It will end up being a Lucian. Very interesting. Haven't seen too many Lucians lately, since it's not his meta. But a still a really strong champ to play in this meta. But for right now, we do see a Shen, so a lot of global pressure, but how will it fare into an Aatrox? And last pick of this will be any yes it will. So they won't have a solid tank, but they will have a lot of pick potential. And now for GOGOBOTS. Again, forcing that Aatrox into a specific playstyle, but with Jarvan, Anivia, Lucian, Blitz, it's more than enough to change the entire team chemistry, and it will possibly work in their favor since they can just hook anyone, put a wall down, force them into an Anivia ult, and possibly get more than one pick. As for Heim Price, he did say in the LoL tournament chat that he is playing with 200 ping, so maybe he can probably use his intuition to account for it, possibly. But it's time for Spectator Delay, so as always, I'll see you guys once the game starts. Welcome back to possibly the final game of today. This has been a quick tournament so far, but it's time to see how will Team O compare to this.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Again, they both stack the bot side, but this time they do have a blitz, so they could look for a pick here.
30 seconds until minions
Possibly.
spawn.
But nobody's in range, so maybe, just maybe. They now know the information of it. And now they will all be heading into their own things. As of right now, it seems Jarvan will start blue side. Same with Ivern. But you also gotta remember that they don't need a leash for Team O. But GOGOBOTS will have a stronger level 2 overall. And the fighting potential between these two junglers are not the same. Ivern is extremely known for his passive and supportive abilities. Jarvan just already killing the blue buff already, but exchange for his own life. Ivern, known to mark multiple camps at once, clearing them, and going to the next one. It's quite interesting. Oh my god, Chinese Senpai not aware they were hiding in the bush, and Haim Fam already doing a lot of damage. Ignite, but on the opposite side they already use heal. So Chinese Senpai gonna have to play really passive now. It won't even matter anymore of what they do, because they will have to play really safe. But if anything were to happen though, it would have to be a first blood potentially for my fam. Pardon me, let me fix this real quick. But yeah, a small trade coming out from top lane, but still relatively equal. Trinity doing quite a bit of damage. Time Price just trying to get level 3 before he does something. He does, but now he is getting chunked even lower and lower, and Ivern is at his blue side. Annie taking a bit of damage. Jarvan, oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Smite gets level 4, but nobody is really in the position to help Ivern right now. Snore Laxative doing quite a bit of damage. Annie is running over, and the chase will not be continued. Never mind. Jarvan goes back into the first blood. Will get over to JJ. Trinity will now have to pay the price of trying to help Savage. Stun. After Root will get the kill. The bubble pops and the candy drops. A great recognition from Annie, but does get Jarvan and Aatrox, but now Anivia has a wave frozen, I believe. And that's the thing you gotta recognize, because once Anivia gets 6 and you're behind, it's gonna be really hard for you to break that freeze and to push in until she runs out of mana. And I don't think Annie would want that anytime soon. The stun does come out, but at what price? It doesn't do her any good since she doesn't have any damage items so early on. And now for bot lane, they're really gonna try to get the first plate now. But Blitzking is already in position trying to get a hook. But you also gotta remember, in the first minute of the game, the Chinese Senpai did blow heal, so they have to be really careful. Drake is up, so I want to see if Snorlax will try to go get this Ocean Drake. High in price is playing pretty passively, and he is able to get away. However, the sun does come out in mid lane. Idigo's soul getting lower and lower, and JJ won't be able to get the egg. If anything, he's gonna continue exactly that. Bot lane though, this could be fairly equal. However, Extremity doing chunking high on price to half HP already. Now it's not even fair, to say the least. Extremity being forced back out, using ult. Snorlax stuff getting damage non-stop, but no more will happen, and they will both walk away. No deaths, but only scars. And it seems this Jarvan will pick up a free Drake. And they won't be able to contest this at all. Aatrox back at top lane. Not much action has been happening, but they are playing well into the objectives. But Chinese Senpai. Blitz getting stunned. Saren missed stun. Knock up. Ignite. Heal. Saren extremely low. Tibbers still running it down. But you also gotta remember Daisy is here, so they could dive if they wanted to. However, they might try to scramble this egg, cleanse everything, and won't be enough. Now JJ takes the opportunity just to push out the wave and then possibly try to burst onto this Anivia if he can. And we'll take a turret shot for that Q. High on price, getting a little greedy, gets pulled back in. And now, was it really worth it? But he does escape with his own life. He gets chunked quite hard. He gets smacked. Ivern's back top. It's gonna be very close. It's gonna be a close one. Taunt. Oh, but the healing is just way too much for Extrinity. Another bubble. Snorlaxative is in such a bad place right now, especially high on price. And now it's bad. Flash, yes, they will get the kill, but will they be able to pick up the kill onto Jarvan? Jarvan, extremely low, and higher price will get one kill. A Snorlaxative will pick up the other. But threading a needle, Blitz won't be able to find it. And now higher price will just be able to escape regardless of the wall or not. A good intuition, just not using it immediately. It could have went relatively bad. However, now bot lane. throws a Q from Rakan and just leaves. $42-66 or 52-37. These aren't pretty significant gold leads or CS leads, but these little things are does help to bring in the gold lead. And we do see a lane swap. So interesting enough, I had never seen an Aatrox into Annie before, but I would assume it's pretty bad. But Anivia, it just has a better chance of stalling it all out. And now High Price will have to try to do something soon if he doesn't want to keep getting harassed by Anivia, doing a lot of damage, but sure as hell won't be enough. The God Slayer won't be able to do enough, but we'll get the movement speed. However, top lane though, stun, crit, and poke sure really doesn't help not having that extra MR. Now Yusu gets hooked. All the knockout fails, and Chinese Senpai will pick up the kill. I mean, blast her into infinity and beyond. However, cleanse, etc. Maw forces the flash. And Digisoul would live to see another day. However, Aatrox bursting down. Root does not land. However, he is ignited, but he's able to escape away using the little dash he could. And now they're already on Drake. This could be very, very bad. And they will get and slay the Dark Star. Lands a hook. Feather calling. It's a close one. Bot lane though. Saren ignite. Zanya's. And it seems that both of these guys will get away. However, a teleport does come in. Won't be able to land the taunt. And High Price will pay the price of it. And now Annie trying to get more damage off to Aatrox, but gotta remember he has passive healing. And now Snorlax to 203, Annie 201. It's gonna have to be a really big fight for these guys to have to come online if they want to win this game pre-30, or else Anivia is gonna be a real problem here. And now let's quickly take a look in the gold leads, or everyone's gold. Hold on for a second, a little fight has been going on, but nothing more than just a hoax. As for right now, we can really see that Ivern has around 1.8k gold lead. However, it is stop that real quick. Aatrox will get rooted. Daisy is fighting already. Slam after slam, and they won't get anything more. Annie is in the position of trying to can do something, but won't do it. There's 4 top lane now. Daisy running back and in, but it won't do much. Just a little slap to the face and it moves on. As you're saying, that actually Ivern has the biggest gold, or the most gold in the game as of right now. The highest, well, tied with the highest KP in the game, or on this team I should say. and it gives him a lot. The hook lands, knockup is so extended that won't matter. Ivern is in the area, so this could be bad. Hook lands, but they're calling in the wrong direction. Misses the knockup. But now they have the mana advantage, but it's slowly deteriorating that advantage. Now, Aatrox, J4 is in the area. This could be really, really bad. Flash, EQ, High and Fem, extremely low. Shen is now in the fray. However, it won't matter too much. That is a 2-0 clean sweep. However, Annie is now joining the fray, but it is a little too late. And now Anivia will find the first tower of this game. It seems the first 3 drakes is 100% always on the red side. It is quite interesting to see. And now Ivern going after this blue. It just clears really fast. Even when you're extremely proficient. But enough of that. That Annie now has blue buff. High and Fam is still trying to farm extremely well. And this could be really bad if they don't watch where they are going. Now Digital Soul, now with the second most gold in the game. One of the most gold in this game. Annie is gonna be really hard, or it's gonna be really hard for Annie to try to do anything because of the slows. The root doesn't land. I mean, it does land, but the stun isn't there. Jarvan is now in the area. Drake flags in, but won't do much. The hook comes in, Annie gets popped. Lower and lower. However, it seems that Lucian will be popped instead. And Annie will find a pick onto the rusty robot. And now they are gonna go for this Drake. But will it be enough though? One mountain, 3 people, Anivia. The taunt lands, but he's in such a bad spot. Annie might go down here. And the stab right through the chest would be enough to end her. The spirit sort of won't be enough to save him this time around. Snore laxative, the candy, and the root won't be enough. After all, this Jarvan Aatrox is doing way too much for Annie, Ivern, Shen to stop them. If anything, if they're trying to if they have to do anything right now, Team O will have to pick up the Herald and get more vision to the jungle. Without this, they really can't do anything. The stun doesn't come through, and however, Annie is getting really damaged. Oh, unfortunately, the E just hits Tibbers, and now Anivia will pay the price of being greedy. And it won't matter because Aatrox will escape and run for the hills, and Jarvan will Dragon Flag out of there.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
And now,
Blue team's turret has
one after another, they find, or they will demolish another tower. They are the wrecking crew. Saya, Annie, they are getting collapsed on. However, this Aatrox smacking all of them down. Saya will say, no, stop right there. I will shove all my feathers down your throat and you won't do anything to us. Now the tides of the game have shifted. 11-6. You're only down around 200 gold, but if they have to do anything, they will have to stop Jarvan and Anivia from doing anything. Yuzu is in a bad area, but High Price will save Yuzu. High Price will go back in, but now Anivia is down. Jarvan is still alive, but will he try to go for the steal? Shen is still in the area, but Blitz though. He does have the control word. Grabs the Tibber. Jarvan's now in a bad spot. Couldn't use flash at all. And now Daisy is the only one of the summoners still alive. It won't be enough. The stop. Snorlaxative getting a little too close for comfort. But it isn't too good here. And they will steal the buff away from Ivern. As right now, JJ and Hayam Fam is just playing extremely well this game around. This might go a full 3 games. But as for right now, Digital Soul has been melted and is turned into scrambled egg. However, in the bot lane, Hayam Price is slowly getting collapsed on, but turns back around and smacks Lucian in the face with his Spirit Sword. However, in the mid lane, they're already losing their base slowly and slower. And Hayam Price will smack another one in the face. Just doing a lot of damage. This might be the game here, actually. Aatrox will find a kill, but not noticing that he had turret aggro. And now the most they can hope for is 2 turrets, unless Annie has something else to say. But it's a really hard one. Now they look for the Mountain Drake. It will be hard. It will be hard indeed. Now they pulls the Ivern. It's a tough one. Disruption. Lots of damage coming through from GOGOBOTS. Cataclysm. And now they will walk away. But for the price of Hayam Price as Snorlaxative. And that puts them on soul point. 17-9. It's such a close one that it doesn't even matter. Really hard here. Seeing the Ivern was actually a really good pick, and it was really hard. T1 Savage now going back to his jungle, but as we see, with the item customization, Xayah is now going more focus into Aatrox and Lucian, getting because of that Executioner's Calling. But let's keep that for a second. The taunt does come through. Xtrinity doing little bits of damage. Now Daisy tanking out everything. However, Xtrinity has his backup now. This could be really, really bad if anything were to happen now. Now. Damage after damage. Disruption after disruption. Yuzu X will have them all slayed down. Force feed them. Stop them all. And Lucian might live with his life. But now they will go for the game. Daisy, Tibbers, the Colossus doing a lot of damage. Disruption, knockup, high in price, lots of damage. Lucian trying to do everything that he could, but it wasn't enough. Jarvan flashing, and it won't matter. Game 2 goes to Team O. And now it's time for Game 3. Stick around to see who wins the entire series and the entire Captain's Draft tournament. Alright, welcome back to game 3, the final game of this series. As for this time, we have that both teams swap places, and now they're going back and forth. The first ban of game 3, GOGOBOTS ban out Oriana. What will be the first ban of this game be? Darius. Maybe they just never want to play with it. And the Rakan is banned out once again. And Ivern is banned out once again. Same with Maokai and Thresh. Now, what will be the first pick of this game be? Now, the time is running out. What will be the first pick? It will be the Aatrox once again. Same with the Shen. Now, I couldn't have said that I was not expecting this, but now with the Iron ban, what will they pick? Same with the Rakan. And it will be the Israels, possibly for high fam here. Switching back and forth between Rek'Sai and Kayn will be the one that's actually picked. I'm liking that Dark and stuff. Rost, Godslayer, and it might be the Nivea again. And picked once again will be Annie. Now this is a little surprising. Annie did do quite hot in the last game, but it did go equally into Digital Souls and Nivea. Leona, Brazilian, Yumi. This is a support's nightmare. Soraka ban. And Jarvan does get picked, so Snorlax will play with Jarvan instead of his other picks like Elise. And Lucian will come back out again. Now, it seems like the main difference will be how will the jungle influence this game compared to every other excuse me. How will the jungle influence the past 2 games compared to this one? That's gonna be the real difference maker of this game, since GOGOBOTS team is basically the same. The only difference is the Kayn. But with Team O's team, not only they have the Ezreal and Jenna, but they also have the Jarvan So it's gonna be a real issue if Jarvan can't get it rolling fast enough for his team, or else Kane is just gonna run over this entire game. As for GOGOBOTS team, they will have to play more of a team fight actually. Meanwhile, Team O's team composition will relatively just be mainly poking and disengaging. So this being all said, Janna will be the one to watch out for towards mid game, and towards mid game for GOGOBOTS team will have to be Kane. With that being said, I will see you guys after intermission for the final time, and until then, I'll see you guys once we hit the rift. Alright, welcome back to the grand final game of this tournament. As always, I've been your caster, Johnny Ma from Windermere. And now this is going to be quite an exciting game. Now that these two have traded blows for blows, game after game. Who will be the victorious team of this entire captain's draft?
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Now this time they stack Pixel, possibly going for a high item price if they find it. It's gonna be a hard one, and he will give up the first blood out of everything, and unable to react fast enough. There she blows.
Minions
And
have
so
spawned.
long, the early advantage. GOGOBOTS already 1-0 ahead at minute and 20. Now we see Lucian with a longsword and one pot. It is really bad for them. They might just end up giving another kill here. Kane will slice and dice Yuzu, making that one not be able to do anything. And now Extrinity gonna bully high on price out of EXP range. And now this is the straight up bullying, if I were to say myself. Now 21 Savage is forcing them out of their own jungle, but Jarvan now finally have some time to relax and finally getting his first camp of the game. Now how I'm priced would just barely scrape by. And now Extrinity is just playing really more aggressive than last game. No, he knows what he needs to do. Meanwhile, JJ chunking, or not being able to chunk instead, and Nivea is the one that's chunking him instead. But though it doesn't really matter now that these lanes, this early game is already being messed up. Now Aatrox, now go runs go word, but it won't do much for him. As you can see for now, that Ezreal does have some room to breathe, but for how long though? High and price now dashes in to get the taunt. However, the slam will get him off of him. Saves himself for now, but will it be enough? High end price getting slammed over and over. Saren gets a picked off. Now not too much. Drake is coming up, so they will have to prioritize this Drake soon if they want to get an early Drake league lead. So already over, basically almost over 1k gold lead as a team. It's gonna be quite hard to do. For right now, Aatrox not doing a lot yet, bullying the Shen out of the game or the lane, making him realize what he did. 23 to 23 EXP and basically be the same, but the damage output on these two are immeasurable. Now Jarvan is in position to Jarvan now in the area will get a pick. I mean, he would try to at least. Flag and Drake does not land. Flash Taunt will land, however, and Snorlaxative will kill the Godslayer. And now it's his turn to answer back, to fire back. And it seems the first Drake will go over. The egg will be popped here, but it won't be enough. It's just simply too low damage for to kill anyone. And now, just slowly regaining his CS XP back. Slowly but surely, he'll be able to fight high on price on his own terms without any help soon, if he has anything to say. Snorlaxative ignites, flag strikes away. Kayn, Nautilus is in position. Flash, Qs. It's very bad for this Kayn. Taunts, and the Jarvan will live to see another day. What was he doing? And Nevia misses the wall, but will push in the wave regardless. Now, thing to note that Israel, even though 50 gold behind, I mean 16 behind in CS, it isn't too bad regardless of the thing. Now Yuzu in the bush, trying to look for a knockup, some damage. Arcane Ship's in. This could be really, really bad. However, Yuzu might trade her life to save. And no, they will both go down. However, Jarvan is in the area. Will he be able to get Chinese Senpai? Snorlaxative fights, and fights. It's very close. It's gonna be a close one. And he will give up his own life trying to get a kill onto Lucian. Top lane is getting slowly chunked down. What an unfortunate turn of events. And now, if anything, the gold lead is only getting bigger and bigger. It's gonna be a hard one. Trinity is in the area. Flag Drakes blocks it. Will get slammed down to the bottom of hell. And now red buff will go over to X Trinity, getting extra more seconds of burn onto high on price. And now this will be very, very bad. It's gonna be extremely hard for him to get back into the game. Snorlaxative, if you have an answer, you gotta do it quick. Nautilus now in the river. Now Hook barely hits the minion. Now it's gonna be really rough here. A bit more damage than usual. High in price. Gotta take this into account after even taking a tower shot. Kayn is in the area, so yeah. Now Aatrox, even though he is quite ahead, that Shenton is gonna be a real pain to deal with, and he's not gonna like it. But for right now, let's take a look at vision. If you can see, we do have quite a bit of vision in the enemy blue. However, Yuzu is already going quite down. I don't know if the Spirit Shield would be enough. Yes, it is, but at what cost? Snorlaxative is in the area. He does have Cataclysm, but who will he use it on? Who will be the main target? And Nebio will try to run. The hook lands, but Saren just will walk away right after it all. And now the Rotel will be popped, and this might be the first tower of the game. Unless HiMFam has anything else to say about it.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And yes, this will be the first tower of this final game. Xtrinity. Gonna have to do this one out if he wants to kill High in Price. The slam, after slam, High in Price will now go back in. Cataclysm, Xtrinity, lots of healing that's going on. High in Price, extremely low now. Snorlaxative, only at about 100. Now the alcove. It's gonna have to be the alcove outplay. And Snorlaxative just kills himself and turns it into a double kill. Unfortunate, but the Neil time for Aatrox. Now 20 gold or 20 CS up, and they will get the first turret. I mean the second turret of this game also. The CC chain of Monsoon does come out. Chinese Senpai extremely low now, forced to use heal to run away. With not with Flash, excuse me. The Snorlax that will be blocked off. Xtrinity, possible to get another tower here. Now Xtrinity dealing quite a bit of damage. Letting this game become even harder and harder. The gold differential now is just way too much. And now Charbon is in a bad situation. Chinese Senpai is coming up and will explode the Dark Star. He will eat no planets any longer. The dodge, even 200 ping, but then the root. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. The stun, Kayn, the turret shot from fadeaway. And now it's time for another one. 3 are running. 3 aren't stopping. It's a rough one though. Timo, you gotta answer it quick. But it is around 7k gold up for GOGOBOTS. It's a tough one. The high and fam. He is already stacking his Manamune now. But now he has a Sheen. I wonder how much damage this would do. But one thing is for sure, he's only gonna get stronger as time goes on.